Hello everyone, welcome back to Academy. Today we will study Unit 11 on page 90 and 91, and we will study about one reading, which is about the adventures of Sherlock Holmes. And I am your teacher, and my name is Panjanit. But before we start the reading, let's do some review on what you have learned. In the last session, you have learned about how to infer conversational information. The way that you can infer is you look at the clue. The clue can be word or can be situations. And you also learned about modal verb of probability in the past. It means, for example, the form of the modal verb is you use modal verb plus past participle. We have plus verb 3. And then you can have must and can't. The use of must and can is when you are 100% sure that something happened or doesn't happen. And use may, might, may, could, or might not, may not, or could not to express when you are 50% sure that something happens or doesn't happen. So the object of today's lesson is that at the end of these sessions, you will be able to read for specific information and read for a gist. Gist here means general understanding. Okay, let's start the reading. What I want you to do first is, this is a warm-up activity. That's what I wanted you to do. So, in your book, I want you to look at the picture and the heading, which is about the 3 students, and guess what the story is about. And you have 2 minutes to do this. Please pause the video on your own. Okay, 2 minutes is gone now. So for my answer is that based on the pictures and the heading, I guess that the story is going to be about a detective, because I can see a man holding some kind of big glass to examine the stuff on the table. And then we can see the heading is about the 3 students. So maybe the story is about a detective who do some investigations that are related to the 3 students. Okay, so what I want you to do now is to number all the lines in the reading from number 1 to number 78. For example, like 1, 2, 3 until 78. Okay, after you have lines, the reading in the textbook. So here is the activity that I want you to do. I want you to read part 1, only part 1, on page 90 and answer the following questions. And you have in here 4 questions. Question 1, where was Sherlock Holmes staying and why? Question 2, who was Helton Soames? Question 3, what did Mr. Soames receive that afternoon? Question 4, what happened to the paper and why did he refuse to call the police? In here, what you have to do is you have to read for specific information in the reading in order to get the answer to answer these questions. So the strategy to do this is that you need to look at the clue in each question. This will help you to find the information faster. I will give you an example. For example, in this one, question number 1. Where was Sherlock Holmes staying and why? So the clue is in the word where and stay and the word why. So we want to know the place that Mr. Sherlock Holmes was in and why he is in that place. So when we go to read the reading, we only focus on this clue. So we can find the answer here. Place that he was in is in one of England's most famous university. We can find it in line 1. I read it the line for you. Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson was in one of England's most famous university. So, and we move on to the second part of the question, reasons. We can find it in line 2. He said that doing some research. So it means that the answer is doing some research. So អ្វីដែលខ្ញុំចង់ឲ្យអ្នកទាំងអស់គ្នាធ្វើគឺអ្នកទាំងអស់គ្នាត្រូវតែឆ្លើយទៅនឹងសំណួរទាំងអស់នេះ ប៉ុន្តែដើម្បីឆ្លើយទៅនឹងសំណួរទាំងអស់នេះបានលឿន អ្នកទាំងអស់គ្នាត្រូវតែចេះប្រើប្រាស់ clue នៅក្នុង question នីមួយៗដើម្បីជួយអ្នកទាំងអស់គ្នាងាយស្រួលនៅក្នុងការរកចម្លើយនៅក្នុងអត្ថបទ ឧទាហរណ៍ថានៅសំណួរទី1នៅក្នុងសំណួរទី1 clue គេសួរថាតើ Mr. Sherlock Holmes ហ្នឹងគាត់នៅកន្លែងណាហើយហេតុអ្វី clue របស់យើងមានតែ3សំខាន់នេះយើងត្រូវ focus ទៅលើពាក្យថា where staying បានន័យថាកន្លែងណាដែលគាត់នៅ and ពាក្យមួយទៀតគឺ why បើហេតុអ្វីបានគាត់នៅទីហ្នឹងអញ្ចឹងយើងទៅរកបាននៅក្នុង line 1យើងឃើញចម្លើយហើយ place គឺនៅក្នុងសាកលវិទ្យាល័យដ៏ល្បីល្បាញមួយនៅក្នុងប្រទេសអង់គ្លេសហើយ reason នៃគាត់នៅហ្នឹងគឺគាត់ទៅធ្វើការស្រាវជ្រាវ so and then in line 2 I will give you the clue in line 2 who was Hilton Soam so the clue is in the word who and Hilton Soam or we can only use the word Soam we need to find who is Soam and who was Soam and in question 3 what did Mr. Soam receive that afternoon so we focus on what and receive we focus on the things that he got from the other okay and then question 4 what happened to the paper in here the clue is in the word paper and why did he refuse to call the police the word why the word refuse and the word police and here is the clues that I give you so you have 5 minutes in order to find the answer to this question based on those clues please pause the video on your own okay now 5 minutes is gone let's check the answer all together so answer the first one have been done for you so I will skip it and done for you so I will skip it so let's move on to the second answer the question is that who was Hilton Soam so we need to find who he was so in here we can find it on line number 3 and number 4 we can find on line number 3 and number 4 let me read the line for you Mr. Hilton Soam a tutor at one of the college so the answer is a tutor of one of the college so let's move on to the answer to question 3 the question is that what did Mr. Soam receive that afternoon so the answer is the Greek translation paper we can find in line number 11 let me read out the line for you that this afternoon I received the Greek translation paper so this is the answer the Greek translation paper move on to the answer to the fourth questions what happened to the paper and why did he refuse to call the police so we will answer to the first part what happened to the paper it was disturbed and then you can find on lines number 14 lines number 14 you can see the paper had been disturbed and then this is the answer for the fourth question so when we move to the answer the second part of the answer for number 4 is the reason for not calling the police so the reason is that he didn't want the college to have a scandal here បានន័យថាពាក្យចចាមអារ៉ាម so we can find the answer on line number 9 let's go to line number 9 together no that's impossible we can't have a scandal at the college I must explain so that is the reason why he didn't call the police so here is all the answer for the questions let's move on to another activity what I want you to do is read part 2 of the reading which is on page 91 and identify true or false statements and you correct the false statement and here is the statement you have 7 statements first one the tutor room was on the same floor as the 3 students second Holmes couldn't see into the room through the window he found a clue on the carpet the paper were next to the window because it was easier to read them in the light. Holmes found another clue in the bedroom. The intruder saw Mr. Soam returning. He escaped through the study window. In here, your job is to identify whether these statements is true or false. If it is true, you write T. If it is false, you write F. So in here, the skills that you needed to look in the reading is that you needed to find the specific information again in order to answer this question. You use it the same technique that I gave you and do this exercise. And then you have I will give you one example. For example, the tutor room was on the same floor as the 3 students. In here, the keyword or the clue is the word tutor rooms and the same floor and 3 students. So we must go and look at the information in order to find whether it is true or false. And the answer is false. You can find it on line 28. Let's go to line 28 together. They walked toward the tutor room, which was on the ground floor. It means that their tutor room was not on the same floor as the 3 students, which is like he is on the ground floor and then the 3 student is above him. So it means that the sentence is false, so we have to correct it. For example, like this. The tutor room, we can say that was not on the same floors, or you can just cross it out and use the word above instead. So the answer can be the tutor room was not on the same floors as the 3 students, or the tutor room was above the 3 students. Okay? So in line number 2, statement number 2, Holmes couldn't see into the room through the window. So the clue is couldn't see and the room and window. So number 3, he found a clue on a carpet. Here is the clue of the statement, the word clues and carpet. Number 3, the paper were next to the window. So next to the window, because it was easier to read them in the light. Easier to read and the word in the light. Number 5, Holmes found another clue in the bedroom. So the keyword is the word clue and bedroom. And the intruder saw Mr. Soam returning. So the keyword is intruder, Mr. Soam returning. Number 7, he escaped through the study window. So the keyword is the word escapes and the study window. Everyone, please spend around 5 minutes to do this exercise, and you can pause the video on your own. So now 5 minutes has gone. Let's check the answer together. So now the first one have been done for you. So let's move to the second sentence. Holmes couldn't see into the room through the window. This statement is true. You can find it on line 29 and 30. So let's go together. Holmes tried to look into the window, but he wasn't tall enough. The thing is that he wasn't tall enough, so he couldn't see what is inside the room, right? Because he was not tall enough to reach the window. So this statement is true. We move on to the third one. He found a clue on a carpet. The answer is false. And then you can find it on line 33 and 34. Nothing, he said. Let me look at the table by the window. Yes, I see what might have happened. So based on this one, he found the clue of what happened not on the carpet but on the table. So you can cross the word carpet and write on the word table. The answer should be he found a clue on the table, right? We move on to the fourth statement. The paper was next to the window because it was easy to read them in the light. The answer is false. You can find it on line 34 and 36. So until 36. So let me read out for you. Line 34. From your desk over the window table to copy them, because from there he could see when you were returning. It means that the paper was next to the window, not because it was easy to read them in the light, but because someone that took the paper want to see when Mr. Soam returning, right? Based on this sentence. So what you should correct is that it's not this one. You have to cross it out, like you correct this way. The paper was next to the window because you can say the intruder, someone who stole the paper or someone who wanted to steal the paper. You say because the intruder wanted to see when Mr. Soam returning, or when Mr. Soam returned. Sorry. Okay, and I'm sorry about that. Soam supposed to be S-O-A-M-F-E-S, sorry. Okay, let us move on to another question. Holmes found another clue in the bedroom, and the answer is 2. You can find it on lines 48 and 50 until 50. Let me read out for you. Holmes followed Soames into the bedroom. "Hello," said Holmes. "What is this?" "Another small lump of black mold, exactly like the ones on the desk." So based on this statement, he found another clue in the bedroom of Mr. Soam. So the answer is 2. Okay, another statement. The intruder saw Mr. Soam returning. And here the word intruder means someone who go into somebody's house or somebody's place in order to steal something, right? So this sentence is false. You can find on lines 37 and 38. Let me read for you. "Actually, Holmes, nobody could see me. I come back through the side door." This is what Mr. Soam said. So it means that the intruder did not see Mr. Soam returning. So you must cross out the word saw and you write didn't see. Okay? The last statement. He escaped through the study window. So the answer is false. You can find on line 54 and 55. So go to line 54 and 55 together. "Look at the bedroom window. It's open. That must be how he escaped." So the intruder, or he here, didn't escape through the study window, but he escaped through the bedroom window. So you cross the word study and write the word bedroom. So bedroom window, right? So here is all the answer. Let's move on to another activity. I want all of you to read part 3 on page 91 and answer the following questions. So here, among the 3 students, who do you think copied the paper and why? And here what you should do is that you needed to use a strategy that you can read for gist or for general understanding, is that you read without stopping. You just read and then you focus on meaning, right? You focus on meaning. And you focus on meaning and you ignore the detailed information. So, no detailed information. You just want to get a full understanding of what the reading is about in order to find the answer to this question. So, you just read for your understanding and answer this question. You have 5 minutes to do this. Please pause the video on your own. Okay, 5 minutes is gone. To tell you the truth is that there is no right or wrong answer for this question, because if you want to find out what is really happened, you need to see in their interaction sessions. Because in the interaction session, you will hear the last part of the story and you will decide who actually copied the paper. But for me, if I want to give you like my opinion according to this question, for me, I think the one who stole the paper is Gilchrist. Because I think he's the tallest among the 3. I think it's Gilchrist. Because like he's like the tallest among the 3, and I think he is the one who can reach the window. So I think it's Gilchrist. But whether I'm right or wrong, let's go and check together in the interaction session. Okay everyone, let's do some wrap up all together. Today you have learned the strategy for reading for specific information and reading for general understanding, or reading for gist. You can say both of them, either way. And for the first one, reading for specific information, when you read for specific information, you need to understand keyword in the questions or the statement in order to find the information faster and easier in the reading. So read for general understanding. When you read for general understanding or gist, you need to focus on the meaning. and you ignore the detailed information. So this will help you to get a full understanding of what the text is about. And for the content summary, is that you have learned that Sherlock Holmes was a great detective who solved the secret behind the exam paper disturbance. He is the one who solved the mystery. So this is all about the wrap up, and next session you are going to learn about phrasal verb without and up. And this is the end of this videos, and thank you for your attention, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.